having a really good day when you get an unexpected TTM in the mail from overseas and you have no idea what it is, and you think you know what it is, and then it goes something completely different you totally forgot about, and I'll get to that in just a second. First thing I have is a envelope from Canada there, and I got a couple more pieces of currency for my money collection. I'll show you those really quickly there. That binder will be in the next week or two. I pretty much got what I needed so far. I got another small batch from COMC, very small batch. These were cards that were some credit I used up, and I don't know, it was really strange. But anyway, so these were some football cards I was collecting along a while ago. I'm not currently looking for any more, but this is Mitch Hall. This is the number 23 out of 25 from the Leaf Army All-Star game or whatever it is. So there's that one. And here's the one that, here's Tucker Day, which I was trying to collect the kind of rainbow of. This is number 4 out of 25. I'm still confused at how many variants there are, but there's that one. And then this one is John Michael McGee. Why did I want that? I think it was only $1 and it's 15 out of 25. These are mostly on-card signatures, so that's why I also was grabbing them. And there's 15 to 25 right there. Not that these guys are going to do anything, and for whatever reason I have Reggie Ho. I think I'm going to send that off a TTM out of Notre Dame. I think he was a kicker out of Notre Dame. There's a ton of his cards in that set. I just picked one where he was celebrating. I just thought that was kind of cool. So I think I had to get my credit to squeeze in that amount, or what, I don't know. It was so confusing. It's all figured out. CMC did a one-time fix for me or something like that, so if I ever get any credit, I know what to do now. The last thing came from the good old United Kingdom, Great Britain. I have not used those stamps in forever and a day. I didn't know that, I wasn't sure that you could use a 2ND, a second class stamp for overseas, and maybe you can't, but it just went through. So I mean, it's the right amount of postage. Maybe technically you're not supposed to, but I think I just had to research that. This has been gone for at least a year, at very least. In quite a large envelope. It's just a greeting card envelope. If you ever need large size envelopes, look at greeting cards. You can find the right size envelope in there. This is an actress, which I did not even expect to get this in. I have looked her up in a minute. She was in something called The Day of the Triffids. I think she was in an episode of The Last of the Summer Wine. Back in the 50s and 60s, she was a leading actress along with Terry Thomas. I think she was also in a Burt Lancaster film. And all kinds of stuff. And this is none other, like you would know who it is, than Jeanette Scott. And I remember buying this picture for like next to nothing from a vendor. I don't remember where it came from. I cannot tell you if I bought it from overseas or what have you, but it was dirt cheap. It's kind of a unique piece. To Henry, sincere good wishes to you, Jeanette Scott. She's a retired actress, 80 years old. It says Jeanette Scott. It says it was printed out of Madrid or something. It says Madrid right there. But there was some handwriting. Jeanette Scott, Javin. I can't even read that. It's some handwriting. I don't know what language that is. But anyway, it says the Festival of Punta del Este. And she is written very nicely in pen down here. Arriving in Uruguay for, a film festival at Punta del Este, approximately 49 or 50. The lady in front of me is my mother, actress Dame Thora Hurd. The handsome man behind me is just a handsome man. Best wishes. Amazing. Amazing little snapshot that somebody used for publication or whatever at some point. Really cool, little neat piece of history there. That's awesome. See, I thought that dude back there, right there, was an actor. No, he was just, I mean, he could have been. I have no idea. She was not talking about that dude back there. But if you remember Terry Thomas, he was a comedian actor that was in everything. I mean, he was like that guy, the British guy that you used for every kind of comedy movie back in the 60s. With, you know, all the cast of characters, you know, a cast of 1,000, and you're like, oh, that guy. You know, I think he's got kind of like a little space between his teeth. I think you might. Here, let's look up Terry Thomas, and we'll look up Jeanette Scott. So we'll look up Jeanette Scott, and we'll just do an image search for Jeanette Scott. So there is Jeanette Scott right there a while back ago. There's a more current picture. I'm not sure which is Jeanette Scott there. And then there's some old, yeah, so there's a Getty Images picture. Some neat pictures of Jeanette Scott. And she was also in television as well, too. When she was a kid, I think she was a child actor. And then you look up Terry Thomas. I think Terry Thomas was also, you see, look, there's Terry Thomas. That's the guy right there. And she was in several movies with him. He was also in that those magnificent flying machines. I mean, he was in everything. And she was in several movies with him, and kind of cool. So that's kind of a neat piece of history. I don't know if Caleb has gotten Jeanette Scott before, or where I even got the idea. I just saw that Jeanette Scott. I believe that I saw that on the back there and purchased this in full well knowing that somebody got her autograph. So this has been gone about a year, maybe more. Really neat piece of history there. Much better than the autograph I got yesterday from that disgusting book. And hope you enjoyed all of that, and thank you for watching.